Oh yeah, we're late, but it's okay.
Look, man, we were traveling.
We were traveling
the world, traversing the country
safely.
Yeah, that's a word, I guess. Safely.
As safe as we could.
As safe as we could.
Yeah. Tried to avoid
bears.
We went to like secluded places though, so it's not like we went to like
government experiments.
We went to like a government facility.
Demon Girl of Trillium Lake.
The Demon Girl of Trillium Lake.
But otherwise, pretty safe travels. Yes. The Crowd Culture boys are back.
We're back after a small vacay.
Went to Pacific Northwest. It's a good time.
On a Pacific Northwest.
On the Pacific Northwest.
And the Pacific Northwest is beautiful.
Stunning.
But you know what else was beautiful?
The Snyder Cut.
Ooh, transition.
I am Chris, aka Lucky Cat, aka the Reverse Flash.
Not just Flash. I'm Edwin. I didn't prepare one for this week, so I'm just gonna say I'm the Puerto Rican Batman. Does that one work?
I guess so.
Puerto Rican Batman. Okay, just starting off, for everybody, all the hate about Batfleck, Ben Affleck.
Batfleck is a
Batfleck,
really good Batman.
He's fucking awesome.
He's up there.
And I love Batman. I've every single Batman from Michael Keaton. From Adam West to every Batman in between. There hasn't been one bigger. Like I'm talking
big, swole physically. Batman.
He's
wide
fucking
Batman.
Huge. And like I love Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney. They're all great actors. They were all great Batmen. None of them could beat him up. He was a good Bruce Wayne.
He was a good Bruce Wayne.
Not that good of a Batman.
Not that good. But bat nipples.
Bat nipples. That wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, but it was funny.
But none of them could beat Ben Affleck up.
Yeah, no. I'd be hard pressed to find somebody that could beat up this Batman.
Christian Bale was fantastic.
As close as you can get to somebody that might be able to maybe physically match up, but Batfleck was so massive.
And I don't remember in the original version of Justice League him looking that big. Like he was big.
He was wide.
But he was wide. But I don't know if maybe it was the color grading. I don't know what exactly. I don't know if they reshot and he wore a different suit.
Moody tones make you wider.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's why I shoot everything the way I do.
That's why everything on your Instagram is moody tones.
Moody tones make you wide.
But like he looked fucking enormous. And it was awesome.
Barrel-chested Batman.
He is an older Batman, so I get it. He's like, I don't give. That was one of my favorite parts too, when he's like interviewing Aquaman, and he's like, yeah, Batman. Like Aquaman is telling him Batman and also calling him Bruce Wayne at the same time, and there's people around. But at that point, he's like, I don't fucking care.
Everybody kind of knows already.
The world's coming to an end, possibly. I need your help. I don't care if this village knows that Bruce Wayne's Batman. I don't care.
At a certain point, people stopped caring that Batman was Bruce Wayne because it started becoming a global thing, not just Gotham.
Right?
And it was like, cool, yeah.
I don't care.
Long since passed.
Like, there's a fucking god alien coming to destroy us all. I don't care if he knows that I'm Batman.
So, just to say,
what
we're talking about.
I went to a
no. We both were just like, I was like, well, wait a minute. We're talking about the Justice League Snyder Cut.
Long time coming.
Released on HBO Max. Not actually a long time coming because we never thought it would actually happen.
True, yeah.
We never thought
it's true.
This day would come.
I did not think it was.
I didn't think it would happen.
No way.
When we knew it existed. So the original Justice League that came out was this Frankenstein version of what the original idea was supposed to be.
Yeah.
After some tragic events that happened in Zack Snyder's life with him and his family, he started the film and went through a good part, like almost complete. I think he completed the shooting of it.
I'm gonna say for the most part.
And then realized, considering what had happened and the tragedies that occurred, he needed to step away.
Yeah.
And the choice, like, full support.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's to go through his family, to go through such an ordeal, and it was tragic. Yeah.
In the interim, as he stepped away, and he was kind of leading the whole DC universe, cinematic, universe.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon of
cho-
Marvel fame
Was chosen to come in by Warner
chosen to
Brothers.
come in by Warner Brothers. He was doing a lot of writing and stuff like that, some rewrites and all that, and they decided to say, hey, Justice League, you do what you want with it now.
Yeah.
And finish this.
Because
project.
originally they had contacted Joss Whedon before Zack Snyder left Justice League. They contacted Joss Whedon because they wanted him to do Batwoman. Well, his idea that he proposed to Warner Brothers, I want to do a Batwoman movie. So he was going to be involved in the DC cinematic universe in some way, shape, or form. And when Zack Snyder left, it's like, oh well, you're already involved.
Yeah, so
in this, like here, just you've dealt with things of this magnitude. You know,
giant tent poles.
You're already involved in the system and everything. So here, just finish this up.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Everything went wrong.
He had such a different vision for the film.
Well, we should have known, like when he came in, that. So, like we said, Zack Snyder had almost finished shooting the movie.
I'm gonna say at least 85% done.
That was the consensus, that he pretty much had mostly everything he wanted, and we just didn't get into the post production.
Yeah,
and then there were reshoots, requested by Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
And in those reshoots is where a lot of things happened. A lot of changes to the story and the narrative, the style.
Yeah.
A lot of dialogue changes. Most infamously is when Henry Cavill, he was also shooting
Mission Impossible,
and he was sporting a wonderful mustache.
Awesome stash.
Hall of Fame level stash.
Pretty awesome.
One that should go down in the pantheons of stashes.
Probably, yeah.
Fantastic film, that Mission Impossible.
Yo, that movie should have won an award. That movie was fucking awesome. So if you haven't seen Mission Impossible Fallout, go watch that movie.
Cannot blame Henry Cavill one bit for sporting stash, but a contractually obligated stash at the time during these reshoots. So they had to digitally remove the stash in these reshoots for Justice League
for one scene,
and
one major scene.
Was it noticeable?
Yeah, like for them to digitally remove his mustache, if it was in like a scene where like there's fighting happening and there's a lot of movement, then I can
see a lot of Henry Cavill head on or something like that.
Some of those scenes were reshot with it being digitally removed. But in the Joss Whedon version, the very first thing you see is mustacheless Henry Cavill on some shitty like phone type recording. Like that scene wasn't even needed. And just from that point on, it just set off
a chain of events.
The tone of the film just to be weird.
A much quippier film than
for sure.
The Zack Snyder vision, what we have now is, obviously a 4-hour supercut of what exactly he wanted. But comparing it to the Joss Whedon version, much quippier, lighter. Joss Whedon wanted a Marvelification almost of this DC.
Is that a word? We're gonna make it one.
We're gonna make it a word right now of this DC property. And there's nothing wrong with like the Marvel films, but the direction that Zack Snyder was taking these films, when you go from, all right, so kind of the little bits and pieces were started during the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah. You get like a kind of tonal base.
More grounded more.
And Christopher Nolan gives his blessing to Zack Snyder when he's doing Man of Steel.
Which he's partial executive producer of it.
And that's kind of where we go from, where like the tone is set in Man of Steel. It's, a little bit. Some people, didn't like it as much, like as a hyper serious tone for I love film,
Man of Steel.
It was great. I liked it.
That's one of the best superhero origin stories I think ever.
Very heartbreaking and
yes,
just it hits.
It's amazing.
It really, it's hard to nail a Superman story, and not a lot of people are fans of it
because his character is so difficult to write.
Such a difficult character, but I think it was great.
Yes, I
agree.
And
then it went into Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, which also had a director's cut that was much longer than the theatrical cut. Yeah, which made it wasn't a bad movie, though people didn't like it. Yeah, I think even the director's cut took something that I quite enjoyed and made it even better.
I agree.
And then having all of these things, the basis of all these things, and then we get the Joss Whedon Justice League, it was just like what the hell just happened? What were we? What about all these other things that we just had?
The problem is that with Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, the fact that Justice League was happening so quickly in the DC cinematic universe. I mean, it took how many films for us to get Avengers?
Like 20.
The first Avengers.
The first Avengers.
The first Avengers took like 5.
Yeah, it took like 5, but I'm
something like that. It was
the
set
apex to set up, the Thanos.
Or like Infinity War. Or yeah, that took like
thing.
20 films. Yeah,
it's
like
kind of
18,
comparable. Where
films.
Justice League, it being its thing, was also setting up its big bad.
Exactly. So for that to happen so quickly,
pretty quick.
And to introduce, I mean, you have to introduce Aquaman and Flash. I mean, they were hinted at in BVS.
Aquaman was hinted at a little bit. Flash, Cyborg, who honestly probably had the biggest change.
Oh, absolutely.
From one version to another, it's like a different movie for 100%. That one character.
Yeah, he's been saying it from the beginning, ever since the whole Snyder Cut thing has been like the fans have been wanting it. Like, he's like, I shot so much for that movie, and I loved my character development in that movie, and Joss Whedon took everything out.
Yeah, it was none of it was there.
So I mean, I can kind of see where the issues could happen if, like, maybe Zack Snyder just shot too much and Joss Whedon had to narrow it down. So I get that there's difficulties
there's always been
trying to edit. But you can tell from the color grading to the score,
now when you watch
to the character development,
this version compared to the first
completely
release,
different.
It's a completely different movie.
Yes,
and I get cutting it down, but they took they took almost the premise of the movie,
made it something else,
and made it something else. And I was like, how do you do that? Like, so like dramatically different, in a way that is presented. So
it's just really weird.
I don't want to continue to pan the Justice League movie. Like, I had moments I enjoyed.
I did enjoy the first one for what it was.
There were things that I was like, you know what, I kind of like certain things of it, but there was definitely things where I was like, hey, so Cyborg thing just doesn't feel quite right.
Yeah. It's like there wasn't enough. Like, he's just thrown into this.
Certain things. Definitely the tone was very different. Everybody was cracking jokes on each other, and I was like, "Yeah, didn't Superman just die? Like,
why are we?
Why is everybody so cool?" And then just like some of the looks of certain things, like everything was super colorful and vibrant.
The color grading was so weird
that I was like, "Yo, it's a little jarring."
Yes,
to see a movie like that. Because Dawn of Justice at the end, that Doomsday fight was amazing. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this looks so cool, and it reminds me of the comic books and all that stuff. Yeah. And then it went into this just crazy hyper saturated world that I was not expecting.
Yeah, the ending, not the ending fight, but one of the last big battles in that section of the city in the original version was just red. Yeah. Because of where it was. Weird. When I don't know if this was planned by Zack Snyder, but there was a scene that wasn't in the original where it starts off red, but then they turn off the red. So I don't know if that was planned by Zack to be like, hey, this was a fucking stupid idea. I don't know why you did this, but canonically, I'm gonna fix it. Yeah. It's not even movie making wise, I'm gonna fix it. No, canonically, I'm gonna fix it in the story. Because that whole red tone. It just
looking
weird.
at it now, while you're watching it, you're probably originally you're probably thinking this looks a little off, but you're just in the movie, you're watching it, whatever. Looking back at it, you're just taking that scene out and looking at it, and you're yeah, what is this?
It's so weird.
It was so weird.
So weird.
And so it was the experience was what it was, the original Justice League, but the Snyder Cut.
To me, I mean, obviously, there's several things that we can talk about. One of the first things I guess I'll talk about, because we mentioned it while we were watching it, if the whole movie was the same story, the same shots, but you changed the color grading, you changed the score.
Junkie XL, for whatever reason, got taken out in the first one.
Yeah.
In the original cut. I don't know what Joss Whedon was thinking. Then
he did one song, but he didn't score the whole thing. But they brought him back to be like, yo, fix this.
Do his thing, and he did his thing.
Yeah, he fucking turned it up, all the way the fuck up. His use of ambient noise, not only big battle sounds and cool, there was that the big heart pumping kind of shit, but his use of ambient noise and just subtle takes in the score completely changed the mood of everything.
Into some of the heroes have their own score, their own themes, and knowing the original, you're kind of expecting it to start blaring in. Yeah. And in this one, I did. Yeah. It was yo, wait, where's Wonder Woman's theme? And then it comes in at a certain point, and you're oh snap, there it is. Or like just the use of like Lex Luthor's like theme. Like
he has the heaviest fucking theme, man.
It's so good.
He has the heaviest fucking theme,
But like
dude.
they play with it in a different way that was really cool.
Awesome.
And like you said, like the color grading was so different.
So different. It completely changed the mood. How you feel
everything.
while watching the film is completely different.
And then also be warned, like if you do watch it, it was in a 4:3 format. Which is, square
It's
look.
made for big screens.
And honestly though, did not bother me one bit.
After 5 minutes, I forgot.
I was like, oh snap. And then I was watching, I was like, yeah, this looks amazing.
After 5 minutes, I forgot.
Like it was pretty cool.
If that does affect you that much, you can change the settings in your TV to watch it if you want.
Go watch like
watch
The Lighthouse or something. Go watch some more,
like 4:3
movies in
format.
4:3. It's okay.
You forget you're watching.
We did it for a majority of our lives so far. It's
Yeah,
like, it's okay. You can
it's
do it again.
it's not that big of a deal. Like we talked about, Cyborg's storyline was massively enhanced. There's so much added stuff, which to me, do you consider him the protagonist of the film
He becomes
in this version?
I wouldn't say necessarily. Well, actually, maybe.
I think the story's told through him.
It's kind of told through him, and he becomes kind of like you need Cyborg.
Yeah, because everybody else has used their powers or gifts regularly.
Yeah.
He hadn't. So
He's just
new to
learning what everything that he has.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, like, all right, spoilers. If anybody
Spoiler!
hasn't seen any of the original, hasn't seen the Snyder Cut, you've been warned. Spoilers, and we're gonna put it in the title anyways.
Yeah.
But in the original, like, you can tell there's like certain things about him where you're like, yo, he's probably pretty strong.
Yeah.
But in this one, it's like, yo, he was essentially like nearly on death's bed and turned into this cyborg, obviously. Through the mother box.
Yeah.
But it's like these mother boxes are like uber powerful.
Some of those powerful devices in the universe. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, when you're created of something like that, there's going to be enhancements.
Yeah.
And damn, does it become, and also when you're trying to, suppress these mother boxes, it'd be great to have somebody who has some sort of connection to it.
Yeah.
And in the Snyder Cut version, it's like, yeah, of course, the guy who has, these powers born of these boxes is going to be somebody that becomes the guy to be able to put them down.
The guy who's 80% mother box probably can help us with the mother boxes.
Right? And it's like in the original, it's like, yeah, like we need Superman, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, in this one, it's like, we do need Superman.
We do, for other reasons.
For other reasons. But for these mother boxes, we need Cyborg.
No, but the ending of the movie, obviously spoilers again, the ending of the movie is great because as we're seeing this story told through Cyborg, he's doing, like when they're separating them, you still need Superman.
You need Superman because of what Superman can do.
Exactly. So it shows the importance of both characters at the same time.
But it's like, without Cyborg being like, yo, this is the process that we need to go and to
nobody
do
had any
this.
fucking idea.
Nobody can do any of this. Nobody has any knowledge of these mother boxes the way he would.
It make his character, to me, like every other character was fantastic, but his character specifically pushed
so much better.
the story forward,
and then
so much organically.
So I did like look into it and like what was reshot, what was actually original footage.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff was already shot. So a lot of Cyborg stuff was already shot. His origin of like how things happen and the tragedy and like the accident and all that stuff that happened. I'm so like, why was this cut out of the original?
Doesn't make any sense.
It was cut out and we get like this halfway put together story about how he came to be. And then we're like, cool, that's him. And like in this one, we're like, yo, you feel it.
He's the most empathetic character in the story.
He's most empathetic because he's somebody struggling with, am I human?
Yes.
Or am I not human anymore?
And also
in a way that like we get to like
see him play out.
Dissect it, yeah.
And every other character can have their powers, but be normal.
Yeah.
He can't.
Yeah.
In his mind, he's like, I look at me.
Because it's like in like with the DC like heroes, like a big way to like separate like maybe like Marvel to DC or anything like that. Marvel is a lot of people that become these heroes, and you do have a few that already like have powers and stuff. And then in DC, it's a lot of beings that have powers that are trying to be more human.
Yes. Yep.
And Cyborg is an interesting one because it was like he is human, and then he has this thing that essentially may strip him of his humanity almost.
Yeah. And he's fighting.
He doesn't know like at how human am I? Like,
exactly.
most of my body is cybernetic at this point. Almost 90% of my body is.
What makes me human?
What makes me human? While these other beings are like, I like the human experience, but they can experience it. Like even Superman can
be a normal dude.
He can be freaking Clark Kent, work a freaking day job.
Yeah.
Cyborg can't.
He can't do that.
Can't do anything that these guys can do. But he was somebody that was human. And it's like, we get to be like, damn, that sucks ass.
Absolutely.
And it's like, you can see it throughout the whole movie. It's like him dealing with that.
I am more machine.
I like that.
I am more machine than man physically. But what makes me a man is something I have to figure out. And the stuff he has to go through, his trials and tribulations that he has to go through in the film that happen organically, push his character forward and push the narrative forward, which makes so much sense.
He's a completely different character.
And then obviously we have his character development being way more than what it was in the original film. I think Flash was awesome.
Flash was pretty damn cool.
They have it a little bit in the original version where his main focus is his dad and getting his dad out of jail because his dad is accused of killing his mom and he doesn't believe that he did it. So the whole Flash's motivation is that. But I feel like in the original one, they didn't go that hard into it.
They didn't go that hard in it. He was kind of just like the funny man, but everybody was the funny man.
Yeah, it was
original.
just odd.
And then like in this one, it's like we get that. We start to get that sense of who Flash is.
Yeah.
And then kind of he being almost like us.
Yeah.
Where we're like, oh, all these heroes are here.
I want to be a part of this.
I need to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And kind of like fanboy. Like there's different things that you can like put yourself in and be like, damn, that's kind of cool. Like I would do that. To this, or I relate to that. It's very fun to have different characters and not everybody trying to play every role.
Absolutely.
Because in the Joss Whedon version, everybody, like in a weird way, everybody was trying to be like that character, like, oh shit, we're all cracking jokes. Oh
yeah, we're funny. Yeah, we're cool.
All
hey,
dealing with the same thing. Oh, we're all like uber strong in a way. It's like, no, there's differences here.
Yeah,
there's
every person's skill set has its ups and it has its downs. I mean, how they use Flash in like even though he's the fastest man alive, he can be hurt.
Yeah. He's
new to his powers.
Getting used to his powers.
He's never fought people like this before that we know of. He's never fought beings like this. So like the fact that they made that part of him more realistic, like he can get hurt and shit, but he has my favorite scene in the film.
Oh,
I've never seen anything like that on film before.
It's like 3.5 hours into the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. We were watching it super late. I was
dumb late.
At the 3 hour mark, I did feel myself drag just a little bit. And I was like, yeah, it's like 2 a.m. right now.
But we still got like over an hour left.
And then that scene hit and I was like right back.
That's like, one of my favorite. I mean, the Flash shows are incredible. How Flash was portrayed in BVS was awesome. The little snippets that we got of him. But that scene of Flash, it to me is one of the best superhero moments I've ever seen. Period. What visually, like narratively, everything was fantastic with that part. I don't know if that was originally shot, if that was a reshoot. I don't know. But no matter the case, that was fantastic. Flash is one of my favorite characters because of his powers. Because obviously he's the fast guy. He can just run super fast. No, this motherfucker is strong as shit.
Is when people think, oh, he's just fast. It's like, no, it's his power isn't just fast.
Speed. It's not just speed. It's not that.
Just speed. His power, a product of it is fast.
Exactly. I mean, in some,
and that's what changes the game.
in
That's
some
what makes him
versions he
part
can
of it.
vibrate through solid
Like,
objects. He's so strong.
Is what makes him part of the Justice League.
Exactly. So the way that they were able to, everybody got a pop, which is awesome. Everybody got their moment to shine, in their own ways. Like I said, the use of Flash to me is some of the best of any superhero period I've ever seen in the film. Wonder Woman, I mean, we saw 1984 not that long ago, so we've had enough of her character development for the most part. She was awesome in the movie.
She was going, she went toe to toe with Steppenwolf and Superman.
Holy fuck, fucking Steppenwolf. Holy
Steppenwolf looked way better and got way better character development.
Holy crap, he looks so good.
Like, aside from actually seeing Darkseid, which we'll get to, but Steppenwolf actually, like, I was like, damn,
he was taking all of them on by himself, like, at some point.
That dude, like, seemed like
no fucking joke, bro.
Like, yo, this was good.
He was,
and we knew his motivations.
Yes. Oh, it made sense.
It made sense. It was like, okay, like, now we really get, or like, why this is the antagonist.
Yes.
Not just because
he's not just some errand boy.
And it's like, cool, for whatever reason Darkseid wants on Earth now. It's like, no, we have a reason for why all this is happening.
His character was, whether we saw Darkseid or not, and I'm fucking so excited we did, but whether we saw Darkseid or not, his character development and his motivations made enough sense just to him be the main antagonist. Yeah. He was, because
and then he looked
from
cool
other shit. He looked amazing. His CGI was so much better. His facial expressions, his voice acting, everything looked fucking fantastic. He was a great. I feel like in other superhero properties, like the bads of like the first couple films, or not the big bads, are always like kind of throwaways or whatever. Yeah. He was not a fucking throwaway, dude.
He felt like a big time
player. He was a big time player, and I'm glad that it
gives you context into like what you're dealing with.
Yes.
Subordinate to a much bigger.
His nephew, who is a fucking, the way that they did Darkseid, oh my god,
holy shit,
oh my god, that like original fight scene, like when he first came to Earth,
the whole like essentially description of what the mother boxes are and what it was that Darkseid does. Like, we got a snippet of it in like the original cut. Yeah. And then we got like the better version of it.
Yeah, way more context.
Where it's like, this is why the mother boxes are just harvesting planets, essentially. They're a tool to harvest planets. Yeah. And
they make
it makes so much sense.
They make people subordinate to the leader.
The mother boxes aren't just like this like ethereal power. No, they're like hyper technology.
Yeah, like technology that's so advanced it seems like magic. Which is awesome.
It was like, thank you for an explanation so people can understand what it is that
we
they're dealing with.
We don't need to get so far into it. Like, hey, these are machines that are powerful as fuck that can do some crazy shit.
They just harvest your planets and for all of its resources and people and beings and things and turn them into soldiers. Like, the freaking parademons are essentially like orcs and stuff, like for Sauron.
And you see that big scary motherfucker? He has control of them.
It all.
And if he gets it, you're fucked.
And he is strong as shit.
He's so strong that he's gonna make us pause this podcast. He's making us pause this podcast, and we're gonna be right back after a short break. Yeah. I'm Darkseid. I'm scared.
Oh yeah, we are back. Darkseid had us talking about, all kinds of craziness. So actually, like, when it came to the Justice League Snyder Cut, let's just talk about the stuff that was like for us, like the things that made it all worth it. Because again, we didn't expect this to happen, but there were so many things taken away from us, and things that we thought were gonna happen, and were rumored, and it was just so much happening.
Chris's biggest pop of the whole movie,
and then everybody was like, "Yo," when they were like, "Yo, the Snyder Cut's supposed to happen," and there was supposed to be certain things hinted at, and possibly furthering the narrative of this universe,
maybe certain characters,
and I was like, "Damn, that would have been crazy to have some of this stuff." Ah, man, we missed out on an opportunity. Yeah. And then the Justice League Snyder Cut came out, and we
gave the fans what they wanted.
The fans
gave Chris what he wanted, and me too.
I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
So look, I've been waiting for Martian Manhunter to be
You have
hinted at least
Yeah.
for the longest time. There was theories that he was already technically a character.
We saw him and didn't even know that was him. Yeah,
and people were like, "Yeah, this is what the theory is that this guy,
he's a general. Yeah.
is Martian Manhunter."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, that would have been pretty cool."
Because at first it was just like a fan theory, like, "Oh, I think that's
supposedly
him."
in the Snyder Cut version of the movie, we were going to get some sort of confirmation that this guy was actually Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
And
boy, did we get it.
I don't know if that was originally shot or reshot or what the fuck happened.
Wait, which point?
The actual all the stuff with Martian Manhunter.
The one with Lois Lane.
Yeah, Lois Lane.
That one was shot.
That one was shot, right?
The other one was.
The other one
reshoot.
I didn't think was that was definitely a reshoot.
It was a reshoot.
But so we get a scene, Lois Lane talking to Superman's mama, Martha.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the famous Martha.
Famous Martha.
And she's talking to her about certain things, and Martha's like, "Look, you got to get back out into the world. You know,
I lost a son. You lost a husband, lover,
we
but
understand.
we got to move on with our lives.
And then you move on. The world still needs you. They need a Lois Lane."
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, damn, that's a great bonding moment.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a Martha though.
It was Martian Manhunter.
It was a Martian Manhunter.
He looks so fucking cool, man.
My
Oh my god.
What's his name? John Stewart?
John Jones.
John Jones? Whatever.
Yes.
I said John Stewart.
John Stewart's Green Lantern.
John Stewart. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, John Stewart's Green Lantern.
Yo.
He looks
He
so
looks
fucking
so
cool,
cool.
man. He looks
Yo,
so fucking
like-
cool.
We paused the movie
Oh yeah.
because I fucking lost my shit.
Yeah, like as soon as like it was turning around,
Like, so
and I
Martha
saw the
left
cape,
the room
and I was
like,
like, oh.
left the apartment, and then her eyes like went red for a second, and
I
we're
was
like,
Chris,
yeah,
Chris, it's happening.
I went full on KG. Anything's possible. I was like, it was crazy. Those banners, those confetti flying.
This shit was awesome.
It
man.
was crazy.
And that scene only lasted like 5 seconds.
Pandemonium. I was like, come on.
That shit only lasted like 5 seconds, but I was so stoked, man. That was
You gotta
fucking awesome.
understand, Martian Manhunter is stupid strong.
He's basically Martian Superman.
He's Martian Superman.
He's so
His
fucking
powers
strong.
are cool as shit. He can
Yeah.
shapeshift. He can
And
fucking
phase
through
He's basically
shit.
Vision.
Yeah.
If you want a comparison, he's like has the powers of Vision from Marvel, but he's from Mars. Obviously,
He's so
the
much
Martian man.
fucking cooler because he's a fucking Martian.
So fucking cool, man. And like the whole time I'm thinking, like, okay, if he exists in this universe already, why didn't he participate? Like, why didn't he help them?
he had to, right?
But he had to. But then at the end, spoiler again, he shows up in the one of the post credit scenes, talking to Batman, saying like, "I have to get involved now." Like
involved.
yeah, like so you could see like he was struggling with fitting into this world as an alien and having to survive when you have nothing, and wanting not to like jeopardize that with exposing himself to the world in some way, shape, or form. But you can see now that Batman has exposed himself, Superman, everybody.
So
now I have to get involved because the fight's not over yet,
Not done.
and shit's gonna
Fight's
fucking go
coming.
down. And so good, so fucking good.
So good.
That you can introduce a character, him not be involved in the major portion of the film, but it makes
It was
sense.
like not
why
involved
he's
in the
not.
major portion, but you know that he was there.
Yeah,
He had some little bits. Like it wasn't like he just materialized out of nothing. It's like
Yeah.
I just showed up. Now I'm here. That's like, yeah, these characters technically have always been there.
maybe we'll get a Martian Manhunter movie set at the same time as Justice League and him doing something else. So that who knows that could happen.
But
I mean,
knowing that it's like, yeah, no, like at least we get context that this guy was here,
yeah.
and it's fucking cool.
And there might be more people
There
on
might
Earth that
be
we don't
more.
know about,
And
which
I'm like-
is fucking awesome.
It was such a one for the fans
100%.
that it was like, look, if you're a fan of this stuff, like, and you saw fucking Martian Manhunter, it's so freaking
exciting.
cool.
I mean, how we were talking about the original Darkseid battle scene, seeing like Hercules and Ares, Zeus, the Amazonians and the Atlanteans, fucking Green Lantern,
And then we see
whatever
all
Green Lantern was, and how they perfectly set up a Green Lantern movie with the Lantern getting his hand cut off.
They did it
and you saw the ring.
just a little touch of like
beautiful.
So you know with the lanterns, like how it goes down. The lantern gets killed.
Beautiful,
the
man.
ring goes and finds a new owner.
It's probably on its way to fight Abin Sur, which is like one of the main first Green Lanterns of Earth. If that, I don't know if that was him in the original scene. I don't think so. I think it's headed towards him in this new one. There was rumors that Zack Snyder wanted Ryan Reynolds back to play Hal Jordan again in Green Lantern. I would have loved it because I thought he was great.
A little redemption,
but
here.
I think that would be fucking great. But I doubt with his Marvel deal on Deadpool, I doubt he'll be able to do it.
You never know.
You never know. But
there are people
that do both.
Both, you know.
But never
J.K.
both.
Simmons doing both.
That's true. That's true. I would love
Gordon.
it. I would love it. I would love for him to come back as Green Lantern. I think they're gonna do more towards Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I think
that's who they're gonna do because his character's great. I think they might.
Iconic.
Yeah, I think they might do some if they do introduce, because there's rumors that they're doing the Green Lantern Corps like show on HBO Max at some point in the future. They might do something where our Green Lantern might have been in space dealing with some other shit while this was going down, because they mention it like when they're talking the dark side, like there's no Kryptonians and there's no lanterns.
Exactly.
Because they know that those motherfuckers are tough as shit.
And that was the thing. That was like little touches of dialogue like that.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, every time, you know, when Superman got like resurrected,
yeah,
the second he left, that's when Steppenwolf showed up.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, we're not playing games here. We all understand how strong like Superman is.
The mother boxes didn't activate while a Kryptonian was on Earth.
Gone, like, yeah, like we can do shit. We can wreak havoc. It's not like they don't know what they're dealing with. Like
100%.
the villains are also smart. And
yes.
like you said, when they said there's no lanterns around, the protectors of
this whole sector of space,
they go, yeah, we're gonna take advantage right now. We're gonna swoop in, do our thing, what we do.
Yes.
And
so it could be something where, like I said, the Green Lantern might have been dealing with another part of the sector, had no idea what was going on Earth at the time. So that's how a character can be in the universe, but we not see them right away. It would make sense.
In the dialogue, the little details.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice to have that kind of
they
stuff.
mentioned, with Flash had the extra scene where we saw Iris West, which is the girl that he saves from the car accident.
Great scene.
She's a big portion of the show, but her character means the character development of Flash and Flash's whole world. He said he knew Gorilla Sign Language, which we all know that means Gorilla Grodd. Just little shit like that is nice. Fucking amazing for the fans.
World building, it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, we're gonna get something here.
I think most fans would agree that the biggest fan service was the nightmare scene at the very end of the film.
Actually, would you say that? Well, it was
I think so, or maybe not the one.
Black Suit Superman.
Black Suit Superman was.
Don't know why it was cut out of the original.
I don't know.
We should have just had Black Suit Superman.
He looked fucking awesome.
It looked fucking awesome.
Yeah.
We should have had it. But yes, the nightmare 100%. Scene at the end.
The nightmare scene, so interesting of the way that they.
There was like no action or fight.
It didn't need it.
Straight talking, and it was like on the edge of my seat. I was compelled because of the dynamics happening in that scene.
Why is it Batman, Mira, Deathstroke, Flash, and Joker? And why?
We're talking about Jared Leto, fucking Joker, the one that everybody hated. But damn, like first, I did not hate him in Suicide Squad.
I did not either.
Wish he had more scenes in Suicide Squad.
So do I.
Honestly. But damn, like, was he compelling?
He was intimidating.
He was spitting.
Yeah, man.
He was saying some stuff where you go, he's hitting home to Batman.
The way that first of all, the way that he looked.
Oh,
like they toned down the tattoos and all that. It was just
like, all right,
makeup.
Here's the looks for you guys to just, take it in.
Here it is. And he looked fucking good.
It was like the little details of like, this is still Joker. Like, so he was wearing like the police vest, but there was a fuck ton of badges on there. Yeah. So he was just like doing shit.
Yeah. How he was just sitting on the cop car
and
or whatever car that was.
Joker.
And the way his makeup looked, it looked right but off at the same time. It looked amazing. No, that
everything was
fantastic.
So it was just this haziness and so good.
In his conversation with Batman, he mentions a possible Robin that was killed by him, Lois Lane, all the other characters that were potentially affected by whatever the fuck happened. And now the rumors are surfacing about Lois Lane. She pregnant.
Yeah, Lois Lane with a baby.
Yeah, she opened that
Super
drawer to get something. We saw the pregnancy test in there. Lois Lane might be giving birth to Superboy. Who knows? Believe his name is Connor, and Connor's character is so compelling. Like, he's one of the, if they're going with that version of Superboy, he's so cool.
We don't know what direction they're gonna go if they continue on, but we've got
that is the
so
biggest
many
question.
We've gotten such a taste of certain things, and I think the reception of what we gotten was so good that I can't see why not.
I don't see why Warner Brothers would be like, okay, we let you do the Snyder Cut, but now fuck it.
We're gonna get like other things, so we're getting another Shazam movie, Black Adam,
Suicide Squad.
We're supposed to get a freaking Flash movie.
Yeah, they're still working on it.
And
it's supposed to be Flash and Cyborg. There's supposed to be another Wonder Woman movie supposedly happening. Patty Jenkins might be making another one. The Batman movie coming out.
So it's like different things at different spots, but ultimately we still have a way to connect. Have a universe or a storyline that can continue.
Which they don't necessarily, how we were talking about it on that day we're watching it, because with Marvel, we all know that they have their MCU. Everything is connected to one. It's pushing towards one thing. But the DC conference they had a couple months ago, they mentioned that they're not necessarily doing like the MCU, is they're just having what they call the worlds of DC, where they're going to have their own sections of like DC stories that might necessarily connect. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie has nothing to do with the fuck was happening over here. It didn't have to, because the movie was awesome, and it doesn't have to connect to DC at all.
Storyline, it could be, and just like in the DC comics, there could be there's different Jokers. Yeah. There's different Robins and different there's so many things
Batman.
Always have. There's different Batman. Yeah. The one thing I would love to continue is like, let's have Henry Cavill again.
He's Superman.
Fucking Superman.
He's fucking Superman.
Let him continue being Superman.
He is Superman. I think every character should return. Obviously, I think Ezra Miller's Flash is great. Ray Fisher's Cyborg is great. Ben Affleck, if he wants to come back, he can come back. I think they also set up, like how we were talking with Joker and stuff, I think they also set up a possibility of a Robin being introduced in some way, shape, or form. I think they can do. That's the cool part with DC now, that they can do anything.
And that's cool, because we were talking about it. So it's like every director now has their time to do what they want with the movie. So it's like, okay, we have the Zack Snyder vision of certain things, and we like where that went. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, like, I liked Aquaman. And I was like,
James Wan did awesome.
Vision of Aquaman is what it is. And I was like, I still enjoyed that.
I totally like.
And then, the Patty Jenkins fucking Wonder Woman. Who knows if we'll get another one with Patty Jenkins? They're going to do another one. But
I don't see why not. Now she's working on Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but it's like, that was also, kind of fun and had its own energy to it. And it's like, cool. Shazam was freaking great. I love Shazam.
Yeah, Paul F. Tompkins? No, David F. Sandberg. I believe that's who's doing. I forget the name of the director, but he's awesome. But they gave him free reign to like fucking do it. We don't care. And then now, James Gunn doing Suicide Squad. He said it himself. Like, I've never had so much freedom.
And I think the Flash movie is going to be directed by the guy that did the It movies.
Is it?
That's who they got right now.
Because they've been going from director to director. I believe Ezra. I think Ezra's co-writing it. And then if they did get that's gonna be fucking awesome.
That would be pretty good.
The fact that I feel like Warner Brothers has been like, let's find directors to have a vision and just
let them do.
Here, I truly believe. Fucking this guy making the Batman. Oh my God, what's his name? What's his name? Oh, this is gonna kill me.
Look it up.
Matt Reeves.
There we go.
Matt Reeves doing the Batman. Like, seeing his press conference when they first debuted the trailer, he's such a fan.
Looks so cool.
But you could just hearing him talk about Batman. He's such a fan, and he wanted to do it his way, but do it something that truly Batman fans will love. And I have no doubt that the movie is going to be fucking amazing. Yeah. I have no doubt. James Gunn's Suicide Squad is going to fucking be
gonna be fun.
Amazing.
I know it's gonna be good.
The one thing that I hope that DC does going forward, kind of modeling the MCU right now, is maximize HBO Max.
I think
with series.
That's going to be the big thing. And I think the time that we live in, kind of, without everything that's happened, I don't think we get the Snyder Cut.
Probably not.
Weirdly enough, like the pandemic and the way HBO Max is doing their thing, and like, movie theaters not being open. The Snyder Cut was
kind of fell perfectly in it. Yeah,
that just fell in, and it was like, here's a thing, and it's gonna make HBO Max like a better product and everything. So now, but they see that and they go, yeah, we can really play around with this.
I hope so,
and I hope they do. And Warner Brothers can see it's like, all right, cool, we can just put things on this platform and see just what happens. And it's on its own like DC tab where it's like, we got the animated stuff, we got the live action, the movies, the cinematic, whatever.
Here's all that you need. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, give us that. I like that.
Because I mean,
more of that.
with WandaVision being as successful as it was for Marvel, now Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out, it just announced yesterday that the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier was the most streamed thing ever for Disney Plus. They keep breaking records. They keep breaking their own records.
Yeah, they're
so
break records.
I hope that Warner Brothers is like, I mean, they did Watchmen, which was pretty successful.
That was cool as shit.
Which was awesome. There's rumors that John Cena's Peacemaker character from the Suicide Squad movie is gonna have his own show. The Green Lantern Corps is gonna have their own show. So I just hope that Warner Brothers is like, okay, let's get these characters, let's get some directors with some vision, and let's do it our way, like, and maximize HBO Max, because it makes sense. HBO Max maximizes and
HBO maximize.
HBO is maximized. I just hope that they follow their mold in the way that the MCU is doing, because I think that'd be fucking awesome, man. I would love a Green Lantern.
If there was like one thing from the movie, like from the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, that you just wanted more of, like, what would it be?
What would it be? Probably want more Flash.
Some more Flash.
He was awesome, man. I want to see him.
I just want to see Darkseid.
Well, that goes without saying, man. He's so scary,
I just
man.
want to see it.
I mean, in the first fight,
life,
if you could just tell the
equation,
like how they were like in the first fight. He's just strong.
Actually, no. I want whatever his essentially his mouthpiece guy is.
Oh, the other dude.
I don't
know who he was.
I don't remember his name. Yeah, but he also looked cool as shit.
He looked cool as fuck.
I just want all of that.
More Darkseid. I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if my heart can handle, because he's fucking terrifying.
I just want to see him fucking fight. Like, I want to. That's all I want. After watching the Doomsday fight with Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman, I want to see what they would do with Darkseid fighting the Justice League. I just want to see it
in the first fight. I love how they developed it. Like in the first fight when he's fighting like the original people. Like, he fights them, but it doesn't like he has any powers. He's just strong as shit. He's not the guy.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, and then in another scene where they show him, he uses the Omega Beam for like a second.
That's cool.
And I was like, oh fuck, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Yeah.
He knows the Omega Beam now. Yeah. We're fucked.
Once he turned it on,
it was oh my god, it was amazing. I mean, if we're talking about fights, I mean, the fight with Steppenwolf at the end with Superman, and Superman fucked him up. He was just punching him.
It was fucking cool.
He was on the floor just getting his ass just punched. It was so good. And then get his fucking.
I just want more DC fight scenes.
Hell yes.
Like regardless of what fandom or anything you follow, like these fight scenes,
they were fucking awesome.
So fucking cool.
Oh my god.
Every time.
They were so fucking when they all fought Superman, like they have to hold back because nobody wants to hurt anybody in that scene. Superman wants to hurt everybody, but
when Flash is going in
and he looks at him,
and then Superman like just turns his head and looks at him, and he's like, Flash has that look in his eye, like, oh shit,
this has never happened before.
This has never happened. He's able to read me and move at my. Oh no, we're done.
So fucking. And
I was like,
good,
yo,
man.
Let's just get more. Like, I want more. Of that.
And people were getting fucked up, like with like blood and shit. Like they did not hold back.
So. I was like,
we're on HBO now.
I kept asking. I was like, was this much blood?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember this because people were getting like thrown, like their heads just like bap.
People were getting
getting cut in half, just fucking obliterated. Like, it was crazy.
People were getting fucked up, man.
And I'm like, damn,
which is awesome.
And I'm like, yeah,
I forgot we're on HBO. We could just do this now.
Just do it. And I'm like, damn, this is nuts.
There's another thing too. that afterward I was thinking, we kind of talked about it like at the end of the night when we were talking about like recapping the movie. The scientist that was helping Silas Stone.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot his name.
The Asian character, I fucking forget what his name was.
He became like the new head of the division.
Yeah, and his major in what he majored in is microbiotics, I believe. And there's a man, Adam, who could possibly be hinted at. He's you never know.
They don't throw it in there for nothing.
You never fucking know. Like the seeds are being planted.
I like it.
Seeds are being planted, and I think it would be fucking like. Can you imagine if just like in a month they're just like, yeah, we're doing Justice League 2 right away.
Yeah,
we're doing it. Fuck it.
I'd be like, yeah,
we're fucking doing it.
That's what I'm watching. Justice League 2.
Because there are two main antagonists that care about the anti-life equation: Darkseid and Brainiac.
Yo, so they did Brainiac.
If Darkseid is first,
oh my god!
And then because they've already hinted at the new gods, they've hinted at like obviously the anti life equation. So if we get Brainiac from that, fucking, we're fucked.
Like there's like as a kid growing up, there were just always things I would just wanted to see. Like, yeah, I just want to see like cool shit, and I'm not always the biggest fan of like live action everything.
Neither am I. Yeah.
But it's just like when something is cool, you kind of still want to see it.
Yeah.
And I just grew up watching like the DC like animated stuff, like all the like the Justice League show, and like the animated movies and stuff like that. So when I get a chance to like see it and it looks cool as shit on screen,
awesome.
I'm like, damn, I'm losing my shit just watching it. I'm freaking fanboying out right now.
Supposedly.
So to imagine like, yeah, all right, cool, we got that. Like imagine being like, yo, Brainiac. I'll be like, oh shit!
Even the little shit, like when we saw fucking Joe Manganiello's Deathstroke, he looks perfect.
Perfect Deathstroke.
He looks like, just seeing that, I was like, yes, that is it. That is Slade Wilson. I'm looking at him,
Wilson, and I was like, yo,
awesome, bro.
Just perfect. And say what you will about Lex.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg is a good Lex.
I think he's awesome.
He's got it.
He has this like annoying like tone, but it's on purpose. Like he's a fucking jerk off, but it's on purpose.
He's smart as shit.
Yes.
What the fuck he's doing.
I love it. I love it.
I want more.
Hey, I don't know where that is going to lead. I mean, because
I just like how every like yeah, we got like Darkseid being like a big bad, but I'm still compelled by every person like in a way. Like
if the next movie's about Lex Luthor, it would make sense.
Like, and I'll take it. Yeah, like every single one of these characters still has that thing where I go, yo, I want to see them on screen.
Yes, 100%.
Every single one of them.
Whatever Robin they choose to throw in this universe, I want to see it. Whatever, if a Batwoman, Batgirl, if they're involved in any sort of like, I want it. Give it to me. I don't care. Like in the next Shazam movie, we might, I don't know what, like he's dealing with a whole nother group of villains in that next movie, which who knows what the fuck that's gonna be like. I'm so excited for that. Black Adam they've already casted like 3 more heroes in that one movie. I want it all. Bring it.
Bring it all.
I want it all.
I want it all.
And that movie also is like, The Rock is like, yeah, y'all got the Justice League, but over here we're doing the Justice Society, and we don't give a fuck. Like, it's basically what he said.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't give a fuck about Superman over here. Because I'm Black Adam, I'm strong as shit, and I got my crew behind me. And if we gotta meet up and fucking bump heads, then we're gonna fucking do it. And the fact that DC has the balls to do that and be like, we're doing our own shit over here. If they meet up, they do. If they don't, who cares? You're gonna watch the movie anyway.
Yeah. Then watch something else. We got a whole bunch of other stuff that you want to watch.
They have a lot of stuff.
Got a lot of stuff to watch.
HBO Max has been a godsend.
It's been awesome.
Oh man, there's a lot of talking about Snyder Cut.
Loved it.
It was worth it. It's worth the 4 hours.
But damn, it was a good 4 hours.
It was worth the 4 hours.
4 hours well spent.
Yes.
I will say that.
Get some friends, get some popcorn, get some snacks.
If you don't have any friends, let us know. We'll watch it again.
We'll watch it again.
There's going to be a black and white version coming out.
Oh yeah, they announced that too.
I'm freaking watch that.
Yeah. If you guys want us to do a watch along, would y'all be down for that?
Because we want to kind of do a watch along.
If y'all want, whether it's for the Justice League or anything else, because if we want to do like something live, like live streaming or anything like that, would you guys be down?
Yeah. We'll do a watch along. We put a movie on. We'll tell you, hey, at 3, 2, 1, you start the movie, and then we all watch it and commentate over it. And you can just hang out with us.
That'd be cool.
It'd be pretty cool.
Whether it's a movie, whether it's a basketball game, whether it's a other sporting event,
something.
If you guys want us to do a live stream,
TV show,
watch along, you can leave it in the
anime.
Leave it in the comments. Anime. Leave it in the comments, and we'll see if we can get it done.
Yeah.
Chris, tell the people where they can find you.
So I'm Chris at Lucky Cat Visual on Instagram, and at El Gato de Suerte on Mi Gente.
Go check out his cool pictures on Instagram.
Check me out. Edwin, would you care to tell the people where they might find you?
I'm Edwin.prime on Instagram, and I am Edwin Prime on Twitter. I gotta like update my Twitter name. You can find me on my yearbook at you can find me on my yearbook at that dude with the faux hawk. That was my name on my yearbook. Also follow the Crowd Culture. Instagram. Like I said, if you guys want us to do a live stream or watch along, or if you have ideas for upcoming videos for us to do, let us know on the Crowd Culture Pod IG. I think we're out.
By all means, friends.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Till the next one.
Peace.
Martian Manhunter.
Man, Tiny Asian man. They're not gonna get that reference.